300 men, one narrow pass, and an empire of 1,000,000 marching straight toward them. This is the Battle of Thermopylae, and it's about to become one of the most legendary last stands in human history. 480 BC. The Persian Empire, under King Xerxes, launches one of the largest invasions the ancient world has ever seen. Historical accounts from the time claim numbers in the millions, though modern historians estimate the actual invading force at somewhere between 100,000 and 200,000 soldiers. Still a staggering force by any standard of the era. Standing in its way is a coalition of Greek city-states, and at the front of that coalition is King Leonidas of Sparta, leading a hand-picked force of 300 Spartan warriors, joined by several thousand additional Greek soldiers from other allied cities. Their chosen battlefield is Thermopylae, a narrow coastal pass so tight that the Persian army's overwhelming numbers count for almost nothing. On one side, steep mountains, on the other, the sea, only a small strip of land in between, barely wide enough for a handful of soldiers to stand shoulder to shoulder. This is exactly why Leonidas picked it. Spartan warriors trained for combat from childhood, through a brutal military education system known as the agoge. By adulthood, they were among the most disciplined heavy infantry in the ancient world, fighting in a tight defensive formation called a phalanx, shields locked together, spears extended in a wall of bronze and iron. For 2 full days, wave after wave of Persian soldiers threw themselves at the pass, and wave after wave they were pushed back. The Greek phalanx turned Thermopylae into a bottleneck of death. Persian numbers meant nothing when only a few dozen men could physically reach the front line at once. Elite Persian units, including King Xerxes' personal guard, known as the Immortals, were sent in and repelled just like everyone else. For 2 days, 300 Spartans, backed by their Greek allies, held off one of the largest armies on Earth. Then, everything changed. A local Greek man named Ephialtes betrayed the Greek forces, revealing a hidden mountain path that allowed Persian troops to circle behind the Greek position. Suddenly, the pass that had made the Greeks unbeatable was about to become a trap. Realizing what was coming, Leonidas made a decision that would define the battle forever. He dismissed the bulk of the Greek army, ordering them to retreat and fight another day. But he, his 300 Spartans, and a small number of other Greek soldiers who refused to leave, stayed behind. They weren't trying to win anymore. They were buying time. On the 3rd and final day, Leonidas and his remaining forces made their last stand, now surrounded on both sides by the full weight of the Persian army. Historical accounts describe brutal, close quarters fighting, weapons breaking, soldiers fighting with swords, and when swords broke, with their bare hands. By the end of the battle, Leonidas and his men were killed to the last soldier. But their sacrifice had bought critical time for the rest of the Greek forces to retreat, regroup, and prepare a coordinated defense elsewhere. Thermopylae was, by every technical measure, a Persian victory. The pass fell. The road to central Greece opened. But strategically and psychologically, the battle became something far bigger than its outcome. The stand at Thermopylae proved that the seemingly unstoppable Persian war machine could be slowed, resisted, and bled by a vastly smaller force. It bought the Greek states time to organize a unified response, one that would ultimately defeat the Persian invasion entirely at the naval battle of Salamis and the land battle of Plataea within the following year. A monument at the site, inscribed with an epitaph attributed to the poet Simonides, honors the fallen Greek soldiers, describing men who obeyed their orders and stood their ground. Nearly 2,500 years later, Thermopylae remains one of history's most enduring symbols of courage against overwhelming odds, a battle where the outcome was defeat, but the legacy was defiance. The battle has since been retold, dramatized, and mythologized countless times, from ancient historians like Herodotus to modern films and popular culture. Some of these retellings lean heavily into legend, exaggerating troop numbers or portraying the battle as a purely one-sided slaughter of Persians. The historical reality was more brutal and more complicated. A hard-fought delaying action rather than a fantastical massacre, but no less remarkable for it. Thank you for watching this video, and for more like this, subscribe to Industrial Origin.